Welcome to On the Edge with JP Devine from Central Maine Sunday. On the Edge with JP Devine audio is made possible by our subscribers like you. Thank you for listening and supporting local journalism in Central Maine. Now here's JP Devine.
Thanks for the memories. Tuesday. Midterm election commercials are over. Oh, I'm happy, and so are you. On this day, like all others, I'm thankful to wake up with the same gorgeous woman I went to bed with for 62 years, making her breakfast and starting her day. Grateful? I am. I have a great job. I get to try to make you laugh every Sunday morning, even when there is little to laugh about. The house and car are finally paid for, even though we may have to sell both of them to keep oil in the tank, gas in the car, Stella in the fridge. Hey, I grew up in the Great Depression, and then I became an actor. I'm a sucker for hard times. Aren't we all thankful for a kind of November? The political stuff is kind of over. My Democratic and Republican neighbors are stunned. Who would have thought? Ain't it always the way? I think the best story to come out of this horse race is that of a stroke victim who is going to sit in the United States Senate. She, who survived a stroke in 48 hours, is happy for him. The universe loves a grateful heart. John Carl Fetterman, a 6'8" bald fella in a hoodie and a goatee, is fixing to get sworn into that august body by the president of the Senate. And we'll get to eat that famous bean soup in the Senate cafeteria right next to that tiny, unhappy little Senator Leslie Graham. It's almost a Frank Capra movie, isn't it? And who's going to play John Carl on that Saturday Night Live schedule? But this Thanksgiving has nothing to do with any of that. I'm thankful this year because of a picture of a Thanksgiving long ago that my nephew, Kevin Devine, a wealthy dentist, aren't they all? I remember seeing it as a boy and having my mother recite all the names. It was a ghost story that kept me awake. Oh, there they were together. For the last time, the 7 Conlon brothers, children of Miles Conlon and Bridget Riley of Roscommon, Ireland, who had a Titanic moment on the boat to America and had something beside potatoes for the first time. You can see their children standing in front of their first American stone house in Hudson County, Pennsylvania, on what my mother said was Thanksgiving Day. My sister Rita said it was a wake, maybe a garage sale. I believed Mama. C. Thomas, my grandfather James, Miles, Cornelius, William, John, Francis, and Patrick. Wow, where's the bar? Miles Jr.'s in the back, wore the black hat because a mule had kicked him in the head, which took out a large patch of skull. That kept me awake too. Miles, the elder, yes, went to work in the mines, and one by one, as they grew old enough to work, his boys followed, right from school to afternoons, bringing water down to the miners. I learned that the oldest, John Francis Chip Conlon, and brothers Joe and Patrick, one fine day, bought the company from its retiring owners, named it the Conlon Coal Company, and with the brothers brought wealth, local fame, and better potatoes to the Conlon table. My grandfather, Big Jim Conlon, the tallest in the back, would have none of it, dreaming of becoming a riverboat pilot. Jim migrated down to St. Louis, where he plied that trade until he went into building stuff like the Delta Queen. He bought my mother and her sister, Mamie, a pony before going broke. Oh, so Irish. Potatoes for supper and you buy a pony? So that's the story behind the picture you see before you. The Conlons of Ireland and Hudson County, Pennsylvania. None of that anthracite fortune ever flowed down to Veronica Conlon or myself. It's an Irish story, full of whiskey, a few lines, and bad dreams. Happy Thanksgiving.
Thanks for listening to On the Edge with JP Devine. On the Edge with JP Devine audio is made possible by our subscribers like you. Thank you for supporting local journalism in Central Maine.